I really grown to appreciate OnlyFans because it exposes exactly what male-female relationships actually are. Every one of them is one giant exercise in prostitution. Now, this young lady, Cheere Denise or Cheere Denise, she talks about this, and I am going to add my own 2 cents.
Along these lines today. I know you guys have seen the Denise Richards and Sammy Sheen story. I haven't even covered it on this channel yet because there's just so many things to talk about. I hadn't gotten there yet, and it's just like, oh my gosh, what is the matter with society? But as long as we're talking about parents who are out to lunch, let's go.
Really, so OnlyFans is something wrong with society? Do go on.
It would appear that Sammy Sheen, though she could have every opportunity available to her with her famous parents, she has any connection she could ever want.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't mean she can achieve what they did. Look at Will Smith's young fella. I can't remember his name. He tried it and he failed. Sometimes nepotism doesn't work.
She decided it was time to make a quick buck. So she hopped on. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about this on YouTube because I always see people bleeping it out. She decided to get on the website in which you can, hawk yourself for sale, if you know what I'm saying. The OF of the world. And she does that, and of
I'll say it, OnlyFans. And yeah, a woman is always hawking herself to men. A marriage cheer is one great big hawk to men.
course it's immediate backlash because people are like, what are you talking about? This is not how you have to put bread on your table. Your dad, Charlie Sheen. Your mother, Denise Richards. These are not no-named people.
But what does that got to do with anything? Are they going to take care of her and buy her everything she wants as an adult? She either finds a very rich man or she has to go work for a living. OnlyFans is the best choice for her.
You didn't just crawl up out of a gutter in India. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are doing okay in life. And so she has put herself out there. And then her mom to come to her rescue because she felt so bad for her daughter receiving all of this backlash. Her mom shows up on the scene and is like, you know what, girl, you're not going to take that. Okay, mama's coming. Mama's going to get on it too. So then she makes her own page on the website. Now she's got her own little OF. And it's like, oh, what? Who, I ask you, goes, oh, my daughter has decided to place her body for sale. And instead of being like, girl, child, what? Let's get you some therapy. She
Yeah, but that's what women do. Cheer, I'm sorry. Or cheer, I'm not sure how to spell, pronounce your name. That's what women do. Why do I care? Hey, why do you care?
she goes, oh yeah, you know what? Me too, because no one's gonna say you can't. You know, her literal excuse was, I didn't like that my daughter was receiving this much criticism, and so I decided to get on there too because I didn't want people to attack her so much. What kind of a solution is that?
Well, you're going to tell us what it is. It works out for Denise. OnlyFans works out for Denise. Cheer.
Like, that is such a poorly constructed excuse. No, you just saw that your daughter was making a quick buck and knew that you could make more because you were more famous than her.
Well, there you go. Thank you for admitting that. Right. OnlyFans, women get money from men, but they don't have to touch these men. They don't have to talk with them. They don't have to interact with them at any time. Women do not like men cheer. And so this is easy money. This is the best form of prostitution for women that has ever existed. It's a new era.
That's what was happening there. You weren't doing this to save your daughter. And can you imagine the rage and indignation you would feel if you were Sammy Sheen? Because obviously your morals are out the window. So we're not functioning with logical and from a moral standpoint here.
Why do you say it's immoral? Are you against strippers? Right? Are you against regular prostitution? Not me. I don't see anything immoral about this. Look, if guys want to waste their money on women who don't give a shit about them, I mean, what can I do? Right?
Can you imagine if you were Sammy Sheen trying to make a quick buck in this nefarious way? But, it's quick buck. And then your mom comes, this babe of the 90s who, some people still hold a candle for,
Yeah.
decides to come and upstage you, steal your thunder. Like, this is your OF situation over here. What's mama doing?
Yeah, mom is what was it, competing with her daughter. That happens a lot. That happens a lot, Cheer.
And was such a paltry excuse too. I did it for her because I didn't want her to receive any more criticism. Well, it gets much worse for Sammy because Sammy is now, she's a young girl. She's very young. She's in her 20s.
She's a young woman, not a girl.
And she's never going to work again because this is degrading. It doesn't matter what society says. Everyone looks at you with a side eye if you're over there with an OF page. It's like, really? Is that all you could do?
So it's either that or work for a living, Cheer. No one wants to work for a living. If guys could get away with that, we would. Let's face it, you would probably do the same, but you don't look like her. You don't look like Denise Richards, right?
McDonald's not hiring anymore. Like, there's so many other
Oh
things.
yeah, like that's so much better than OnlyFans. Like being in public with that goofy little hat saying I'm a loser. That'd be so much better than rinsing guys on OnlyFans, cheer.
Things you could do. You don't have to degrade yourself and sell yourself. But of course, it's a lot of money.
Oh, so selling yourself to men is degrading? We're degrading. I thought it was just a simple trade. It's men that degrade themselves, cheer, because they're spending their hard-earned money to get nothing out of it.
But once you go into realms like that and you're making that kind of cash, how can you ever have a real job that pays you a normal wage? And,
Well, here's another thing. How is it more degrading than these very young actresses that bang elderly celebrities? Like, what's his name there? Uh, Robert De Niro? No, it's the other guy, Al Pacino. Some woman, she's not the youngest woman, but she's like her granddaughter. She's banging this elderly guy because he's famous. How is that less de how is OnlyFans more degrading than that? It's actually less degrading because there's more honesty to it too, right? She doesn't have to come to some disgusting old man and say, I'm in love with you and you turn me on.
she's over there, being like, oh, well, it's hard because, other people don't want to hire me or I can't get modeling jobs or whatever now because of the page, because of, my involvement with that website.
Well, to be honest, I've never heard of this girl. I've never seen her model. So I figure she had nothing to lose anyway.
And meanwhile, Denise Richards is like, this is the best thing ever. I'm getting so much work. People want to hire me again. I'm getting scripts. People are calling me. It's awesome. It's fantastic.
So it boosted her career. She's getting work again. And here's another thing. One thing I like about this chair and all the guys who go on about the wall for women. Denise Richards could get a guy in a heartbeat. Let's see if I can see if I can't get her back up again.
Money. But once you go into realms like that and you're making that kind of cash, how can you ever have a real job that pays you a normal wage? And she's over there, being like, oh, well, it's hard because, other people don't want to hire me or I can't get modeling jobs or whatever now because of the page, because of, my involvement with that website. And meanwhile, Denise Richards is like, this is the best thing
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. There are young guys. There are guys in their 20s who would shack up with Denise Richards as she is now. That's the kind of sexual power women have. Why bother with an individual man when she can go on OnlyFans and not only get money, a lot more money than her daughter can ever because of her fame and guys remembering her from the past, but she's actually beefing up her career. So OnlyFans is only a positive for her. Why is she going to listen to your shaming tactics?
Ever. I'm getting so much work. People want to hire me again. I'm getting scripts. People are calling me. It's awesome. It's fantastic. So old ass Denise Richards is making bank over on the OnlyFans
Yeah,
page
thanks.
because what does she have to worry about? She's already had a career, you know?
But it's not just not losing anything, it's boosting her career again. So she has something to gain, right?
And all this does is inject sort of life into her dying career and like bring her name back up again. So for
Right.
her, how's this going to hurt her? She's got nowhere that she's needing to go. If anything, she needs people to remember she's still alive. So this definitely reminds people that she's still alive. She's all up in the news. Little Sammy Sheen, can never hope to live this down.
What are you talking about? Men would marry only girl fans. Oh, sorry, only fan girls. No matter how much guys talk about body count, when these women show interest in a guy, that guy takes her. So it doesn't stop her from getting any kind of guy, right? No matter what guys say with their mouths, their actions what count. And it doesn't stop her from getting a job. She can still work. She can go back. She can still go back to university or whatever, get herself trained, and nothing's stopping her from anything. Remember, she's got her rich parents. She wants to go back to school at 30. She can't. Her life is not over or even hurt by OnlyFans.
And so she's over there struggling. It was her idea.
Yeah.
She's over there struggling. Mama's breaking it in. But all because she wanted to help Sammy not be criticized. Sammy's gonna.
Who said she was struggling? I thought you said she had all the opportunities in the world and her parents were rich. What is she struggling at?
Be criticized regardless. And now we're wondering what's going on with the two of you. And the craziest thing is Denise Richards is like, yeah, it's so great. My boyfriend looks at the pictures that I'm posting. He lets me know like what guys want to see, and then I post it. It's
And this is the other thing too. See, like guys, they their answer to the perfect woman is the one who says yes. Her boyfriend knows that she's going to do whatever she wants. She's the dominant partner. It's either put up with it or she'll just leave. She'll just ditch him. Find a guy out. You'd probably shack up with some super rich guy that saw her on OnlyFans, right? Cheery or Chair or Share or whatever you want to, whatever your name is. I'm sorry for getting it wrong, but Cheer. Men take what they can get. Women have all the power in the relationship. Men want to be with women. Women don't care to be with men. That's why OnlyFans exist.
brought us both, closer together. What the hell's wrong with your boyfriend, Denise? What's
Well, I just told you there's nothing wrong with him, right? I mean, this is what it is. This is the power dynamics, Chair. The men have none. Since the women don't even give a shit about being with the men, if a man bucks too hard, she just gets up and leaves, says, okay, let's break up. See you around. It's the men that care. So the OnlyFans shows the truth, the absolute truth of gender dynamics. And I hope it never goes away. I love it. I love the truth being exposed. And the ironic thing is, you're perfect example of someone who's the truth. You can't even recognize it. You can't see the forest for the trees. And you're not a stupid woman, Cheer. You're just a standard person. This is how people think.
what the hell's wrong with you? Y'all all need to be in family therapy. You only get some help. This is not the solution to life that your daughter.
What do you mean a solution? The trouble, she just wanted a quick buck, so she went for it. It wasn't like there was a big issue that she had to take care of.
Decides to prostitute herself, and then you're like, hold up, mama's coming. Parenting is
Prostitute yourself. Just a minute. Cheer. How is this not prostituting yourself? Al Pacino's 82. How old is this woman? She's not merely the age of his daughter. She's the age of his granddaughter. This looks like his granddaughter. It says Al Pacino 82 and his girlfriend. So I got to ask you, Cheer, how is that not prostitution? That beautiful young woman could be with any man her own age, but they're too low status. Al Pacino's got the fame and the fortune. So regular relationships are prostitution. So again, what's your issue with OnlyFans? Other than it shows a very uh, critical look at what relationships actually are.
At an all-time low. Speaking about people who need to be parented, let's talk about Little Northwest.
There's a way.
Okay, that's enough of that. That's all I want to talk about was OnlyFans, right? She talks about a lot of things in here. I actually like Cherry. Where is she? I really, oh my God, can't get off Denise now. I actually like Cherry's stuff. Sorry, or Chair. What is your real name? Sorry, I keep screwing it up. Anyway, I like your stuff. I've been listening to this, but when this OnlyFans thing came up, I mean, I said, this is gold. I'm glad OnlyFans exists. I hope it never disappears. I hope that mirror keeps showing up in people's face. And you know, I love the reaction people have to OnlyFans. It's like they can't figure it out. They can't see the forest for the trees. Anyway, thank you, Cheer. I believe I'm getting your name right. Thank you, Cheer. I appreciate what you've done here.